Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery and the Smithsonian Asian Pacific American Program have joined together to mount a major exhibit showcasing the work of 7 Asian American artists. Each piece in the Asian American Portraits of Encounter exhibit is an expression by the artist of what it means to be Asian American. Each of the artists was given an entire exhibit room or hallway in which to display their work. One of those artists is Roger Shimomura. The third-generation Japanese American has spent his career fighting racial stereotypes through his art. The 5 paintings featured here are all self-portraits in which his own image takes center stage. He describes Shimomura crossing the Delaware as a knockoff of the iconic 19th century painting Washington Crossing the Delaware, which depicts the first U.S. president had a historic moment during the American Revolution.
The idea was to place myself as George Washington and hopefully might raise all the questions that would go along with it, such as what if Japanese Americans were in a position in this country where one might have been George Washington. I mean, that's such a stretch to think of that. But I like the absurdity of, that extreme.
The painting is part of a series born out of Shimomura's experience of being relocated with his family to an internment camp during World War II, when it was argued that Japanese Americans were a threat to the nation.
And it's really insulting to a person like myself who spent 2 years behind barbed wires during World War II and who served in the military for several years to be assumed as being a foreigner.
Shizu Saldamando was born and raised in California, but her art makes strong references to her Japanese and her Mexican heritage, 2 ethnic groups that have faced discrimination.
I just would hope people would sort of question what they sort of see as like a normal, or question their own stereotypes or assumptions about who they see in the paintings.
Fine art photographer CYJO was born in Seoul, South Korea, raised in the U.S., and is now based primarily in Beijing. She is a self-described Kyopo, the Korean term for ethnic Koreans living in other countries. In 2004, she started photographing Koreans from all around the world. 240 full-body portraits make up CYJO's Kyopo project. 60 of the images are enlarged and displayed individually. Zhang Chung-Hong, or Hong Zhang as she is known in the United States, is a Chinese-born artist living and working in the U.S. She uses charcoal images of long, straight hair presented as scroll paintings to examine her identity as an Asian American woman. Performance artist Yeon Nam came to the U.S. from Korea to study art, but has struggled to adjust to her new culture. She depicts that struggle in a 4-part video self-portrait in which everyday functions are seen as major challenges. Conrad Ng is director of the Smithsonian Asian Pacific American Program. He says the exhibit is not designed to make visitors arrive at any particular conclusion, but to serve as a conversation starter.
This show is a terrific opportunity for people who want to understand what an Asian American portrait of encounter would feel, sound like in some instances, and have that experience, and then walk away from that hopefully transformed and asking more questions about that topic.
Julie Tabo, VOA News, Washington.